Okay, students, after completing the heading of torque in the rotational motion, now we have the second heading in the rotational motion, that is angular momentum. This is again the new quantity which we are introducing here, angular momentum. This is also called by the name moment of momentum. Okay, moment of linear momentum. So its symbol is capital L. Now, as we know that we are comparing till now the linear motion with the rotational motion. Linear motion with the rotational motion. So we are seeing one thing, that we are replacing the quantities by their counterparts in the rotational motion. Like if we talk about the displacement, here we say that the displacement is linear displacement, we denote it by x, but here the displacement is angular displacement. So we denote it by theta. In the same manner, we have discussed already that velocity linear is v in linear motion, but velocity angular is omega. Acceleration linear is a, but angular acceleration is alpha. So in the same manner, we have the counterparts for each quantity in the linear motion. So we have the counterparts in rotational motion. So as we have discussed that for the linear motion, the linear force is required. Okay, so in the same manner here for the rotational motion, torque is required. Okay, and since the torque formula is R cross F, so we can call torque also what? Moment of momentum. Okay, sorry, moment of force. Okay, so if in the linear motion the quantity is force, so its counterpart is here torque. Okay, so for linear or translatory motion, linear force is required, but for the turning effect, torque is required. So in the same manner, here the momentum is denoted by P symbol and we call it linear momentum. So here the momentum term will be now new term L, angular momentum. Okay, so we can study it this way, we can compare it this way. Like in the linear motion, the measure of translatory motion is linear momentum. Similarly, in the rotational motion, the measure of turning motion, turning effect, is the angular momentum. Okay, so the idea is simple. We have some quantities in linear motion. So what will be their replacements in the rotational motion? That are these quantities. So we have already discussed about torque. So in the same manner we are discussing here now about the angular momentum. So जैसे टॉर्क का फॉर्मूला बनता है फोर्स से, क्या बनता है R क्रॉस F, ऐसे ही L का फॉर्मूला बनेगा P से, ये क्या बनेगा R क्रॉस P. सो टॉर्क को बोल सकते हैं मोमेंट ऑफ फोर्स, एंगुलर मोमेंटम को बोल सकते हैं मोमेंट ऑफ मोमेंटम. ओके, तो जिसके साथ भी आर क्रॉस है यानी रोटेशनल टर्म है, आर क्रॉस एफ और आर क्रॉस पी, उसके वर्ड के आगे लगेगा मोमेंट ऑफ. तो टॉर्क के लिए क्या लगता है? मोमेंट ऑफ फोर्स. एंगुलर मोमेंटम के लिए क्या लगेगा? मोमेंट ऑफ मोमेंटम. ओके, सो दिस वे एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज ऑल्सो termed as moment of momentum. Okay, so let us write a proper formula for the angular momentum here. So definition or formula for angular momentum. So linear momentum into perpendicular distance, from axis of rotation. So this is the proper definition of angular momentum, that linear momentum into the distance. Which distance? Perpendicular distance from axis of rotation. We know that here the body is rotating. So if the body is rotating, so that time it will possess angular momentum. If the body is moving linearly, translatory, then it is possessing linear momentum. So that way we have the idea about two types of momentum. Now let us come to the vector formula for angular momentum, because this is also the vector quantity. So note down this comparison. So the vector formula for the angular momentum, you have to remember it in this format, R cross P. R क्रॉस F होता है टॉर्क एंड R क्रॉस P होता है L. So this is the formula for angular momentum. We can make it in form of little detailed term. So R cross mv. In place of P we know mv also comes. So sometimes we directly write the formula mvr for L. Angular momentum formula mvr. Okay. Now let us solve one more term, that which component of P will contribute into L. So we need again the similar kind of diagram. Suppose this is the fixed axis and this is the free end of the body which is rotating. Okay, like this it is rotating. So this is our R vector. So this is R vector, and suppose its linear momentum, which is again a vector quantity, it is in this direction. So if we open this L formula, R cross P, it will become Rp sin theta. Let us write P sin theta together. So P sin theta we have to show in the diagram. So what we need to do, this R, if we extend, so the angle between R vector and P vector is theta. So we know that this is P cos theta component. Okay, you see, this P we can resolve into two directions like this. So this is one direction, this is second perpendicular direction. P का कंपोनेंट थीटा वाली साइड में हो जाएगा P cos थीटा, और ये कंपोनेंट हो जाएगा P sin थीटा. ठीक है, दिस कंपोनेंट, बिकॉज दिस कंपोनेंट इज अलोंग radius, so we can call it PR, and this component is perpendicular to radius, so we call it P transverse. So we can write in this formula that P sin theta means PT, transverse component. So thus only transverse component of momentum contributes to angular momentum. This we have discussed for the torque also. The question is asked that prove that only transverse component of momentum P contributes to angular momentum. So you have to show these steps along with the diagram. Okay, so because R cross P can be written as Rp sin theta, where theta is the angle between R direction and P direction. So if we take together P sin theta, Rp sin theta is which component? So P sin theta is transverse component because it is perpendicular to radius. This is our one line, this is radial line. So this is radial component P cos theta, and this is radial's perpendicular line, transverse line. So we call it P sin theta, we call it what? Transverse component of momentum P. Okay. Let's move to the next question related to angular momentum. Note down. Students, like we have in the linear motion, we have the Newton's second law of motion, no? In the linear motion, Newton's second law of motion says what? F equal to dp by dt. This we already know. In the linear motion, Newton's second law of motion says F equal to dp by dt. That means the external force is equal to rate of change of linear momentum. So this is all about linear motion. Now let us convert this formula for the rotational motion. Okay, so if we want to write it for rotational motion, okay, so what is the turning effect of force? That is torque, and d by dt as it is, and in place of linear momentum we have to put angular momentum, so L will come. So this way these two relations are equivalent to each other. Torque equal to dl by dt and F equal to dp by dt are actually the second law of motion of Newton's. Now how to prove it? So we need a proper step. We have some proper steps for proving it. So let us start the proof. So how we will start? We will start with dl by dt. Then L formula is R cross P. This we will apply. After that, this is the product's differentiation. So we have already discussed that if we have a product's differentiation, so the formula is first constant into differentiation of second. plus second constant into differentiation of first. Okay, this is the formula of products differentiation. अगर डिफरेंशिएशन में यानी डी बाई डी टी में फर्स्ट इंटू सेकेंड लिखा हुआ हो तो फॉर्मूला क्या चलेगा, पहले फर्स्ट को कांस्टेंट रखना है, फिर डी बाई डी टी करना है सेकेंड का, फिर सेकेंड को कांस्टेंट रखना है और डी बाई डी टी करना है फर्स्ट का. ओके, और सीक्वेंस मैटर करेगा क्योंकि ये क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट है, तो हमें आर हमेशा फर्स्ट प्लेस पे रखना है, सेकेंड प्लेस पे हमेशा हमें पी रखना है. ओके, वी कैन नॉट राइट पी फर्स्ट because R cross P is written. So cross product means sequence is very important. Okay, after that let us solve further. This is R, this is dP by dt. Now dP by dt is equal to F, this we already know, and dr by dt means displacement upon time. So this is velocity and this is P. Now you can see that here we are getting this type of term. So R cross F we already know it is torque. So what about this term now? So here you can see the product we are getting V cross P. Okay, V cross P, cross product we have to do. Now if we have any cross product A cross B, its formula is AB sin theta. So in the same manner V cross P means VP sin theta. But the problem is velocity and momentum direction are always same. Okay, if any object has velocity in this direction, then momentum is also in this direction only, because momentum formula is also mv. So whatever is the direction of velocity, same is the direction of momentum. So if we have one vector, means A vector is velocity, B vector is momentum. So we know that both the vectors are always in the same direction. Same direction means theta is 0. So we need to put here theta 0. So if we put here, so Vp sin 0 will come. So Vp sin 0 and sin 0 is 0. That means the two vectors which are always in the same direction, their cross product is always 0. So that's why this V cross P term, its answer is coming 0. So finally we have got what? dl by dt we have proved equal to torque. So this is the proof. We wanted this only. So this way we do the proof. So taking the help of some mathematical terms, that how to do differentiation of the product, we have done differentiation and we have come to the torque answer. Now let us come to some numericals. Now we have solved the torque numerical, in the same manner how to solve the angular momentum numerical. So let us read the question. Particle's mass is given 2 kg. Its linear velocity is 2I minus 3j plus k. So this is linear velocity v, and it is rotating at a distance 3I minus 2j, that means r, from the axis of rotation. Calculate angular momentum. So we know that angular momentum formula, L vector is r cross p. P means mv. So we have here actually two vectors. R vector is 3I minus 2j cross, we have to do mv. M mass is 2 kg and v velocity is 2I minus 3j plus k. So that means we have to do the cross product of this vector and this vector. So what we can do, we can keep these two out of the matrix. This is a scalar quantity, this m. This m can be taken out, scalar, and we have to do cross product of r and v only. R and v cross product we are doing, m we are keeping out. So I, j, k, r coefficients 3 minus 2, k is not there, so 0. Then velocity is 2I minus 3j plus k. So velocity I coefficient is 2 minus 3 and 1. So this way the matrix is prepared. Now how we solve the matrix? In the same manner we have to solve this matrix. That means we have to solve the cross product. So how we solve? I box, j and k. Okay, this way we do. Now hide the row and column in which I is there and cross multiply. So minus 2 minus 0 will come. Minus 2 minus sign 0 minus 3 is 0. Then j term, hide j row and column. 3 ones are 3 minus 2 zeros are 0. Then hide k row and column. So minus 3 minus 3 is minus 9 minus sign. Then minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. So actually it will become plus 4. Okay, this way it is. Finally, what is left? Minus 2i minus 3j and minus 9 plus 4 is minus 5. So minus 5k. And because this m is out, we will multiply it inside. So minus 4i minus 6j minus 10k. This will become the answer of the angular momentum. Angular momentum is also a vector quantity, as you can see. This is the resultant of the cross product. So cross product's answer is always a vector. Note down this numerical.